I made something and I really enjoyed it the other day. But while I was making it, I knew I was probably messing it up because I just have this thing with dado cuts and insets and half laps. I get the math wrong. So the calculations are a problem for me quite often. I had a lot of fun making it, but yes, it was wrong. So I'm going to work on the same kind of thing a little bit more today, and I'll have some video to show you. Thanks for watching. I really, it's a bit of an obsession, I admit it, but when I can get this kind of mirroring of grain, I'm just fascinated by it. And so here are the pieces that I made. I'm working on uh, some shelves for compact discs. And this was just a test run, and so it didn't have to be right. But I thought I had the insets right and that this was going to work out to be the distance that I needed. But then again, I thought, well, I'm probably wrong, and I was. But I did learn how to do half laps on my table saw, and I've got some stuff up here that I'm going to try to practice on it a little bit more. This is going to be a challenging project. It's for some friends of mine, dearly loved, who've been friends long before they were watching videos from me. Uh, some of the dearest friends of my life, and they're giving me the chance to make some CD shelves for them. And so, what the idea is to get 5 inches of total distance. So, whatever this ends up needing to be, that distance there needs to be, that's about right. It needs to be about 5 inches because a CD will stick out. About it, they're on their standing up. They're about 5.5 inches long. Let me demonstrate instead of talking in circles here. Okay, yeah. As far as it goes, there's nothing wrong with this. I think it's kind of a cool look. Oh, I just see I put it together wrong. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So the idea here is to build these shelves so that they interlock and have a lot of stability, but they come out all the way to here instead. I've got a short coming out in a few days that will show the day that I made this, but I am going to do some adding and subtracting again, and I'm gonna make another little sample set, and we'll see. I need these to be 30 inches, about 30 inches high, and I need to have them on 16-inch centers because they're going to go in the studs, going to mount in the studs, and then I need to have 5 shelves total. So this was just a dry run to kind of practice a bit, but the next attempts are going to be to get the 30-inch pieces right, and then to start to get the dados cut, the half lapping cut. I don't know if it's technically half lapping because it's going to stick out about like that to get the 5 inches. They're about there. So I went in 2 inches here, and I really should have just gone in about one, maybe 3/4 of an inch. It's going to depend on what kind of boards I end up with here, and there may be some glue ups involved, all kinds of stuff. But this is the idea today, and my poor little math brain sometimes has to do it 2 or 3 times. So we're going to work on attempt number 2 at this point. I haven't gotten a lot of video of this so far, but here is the layout for 5 shelves, 5 inches apart, with 11/16, just under 3/4 of an inch that I'm going to lap, and that is for the crossboards. These are the uprights, and so I'm going to go ahead and cut these out and see what that looks like. This is 2. I think I decided I needed 6. Yeah, I think I need 6 of these uprights, and two of them do not have to be 30 inches. There's going to be longer shelves, two longer shelves at the top. So I'm going to cut these, maybe see if it can be a template. But first I'm going to just make sure I've practiced doing the lapping. And yeah, let's go with that. Well, I think they turned out well for what they are, which is, kind of samples. But let's look at the other little project. Here are the boards that I want to use as at least practice shelves. These here off these pallets, which I been able to pick up really clean, like once used probably, and they are about 3/4 of an inch. And so with sanding and everything, I've measured out the inset at 11/16. So I'm gonna try to break these down and rig up a couple of them on 16-inch centers to just kind of do a mock-up of a couple of shelves. Well, they broke down okay. Some of that pine wood was really brittle. So some of these boards will be usable and some won't. I've already ditched a couple that just literally snapped in multiple pieces. But I did not go ahead and do this one. I might have other ideas for this one. But there is going to have to be some working this wood. I don't know if I can get a good shot here. There'll have to be some width taken off, but some of this will need to be sanded very heavily in order to work as a shelf. So that's probably okay. I'm going to work on some on the table saw, and we'll see how it all ends up. And by the way, yes, the title of today's episode is a double meaning. I finally got my taxes done. I had a lot of trouble getting a few pieces of paperwork that I needed, and finally got in. Probably paid way too much, but got him done. Thank you, Lord. And I might get a refund. I'll believe it when I see it, but supposedly I'm going to get a refund, even from Indiana. And that has been a hassle because of the way one of my part-time jobs was structured, and they didn't take anything out. So anyway, blessed and grateful and enjoying the day. Thanks. I hope you are too. All right, I'm running out of time today, but I do have at least a sample template-ish kind of thing cut, and I will try to do some more another day. But this is the idea, and I'm learning. It's always, I'll need a little bit more, need a little bit more, oh, too much. So yeah, gotta keep learning on this. And I need to learn to do stop blocks and all that kind of stuff too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and happy Easter, everyone.